So last week we talked about permutation and combinations and how they are related and how to use those by hand doing factorials. But today we're going to talk about just using our calculators for those. So we're going to start with permutations. Remember, a permutation means that you're trying to find the way that so many things can be found out of a group of things. And that order does matter with permutations. Okay? So first off, let's say that we have 8 people. We got Alice, Bob, Charlie, David, Eve, Frank, George, and Horatio. Okay? And we want to see how many ways we can award a first, second, and third place prize among these 8 contestants. So we've already learned that the order matters here because we have to have somebody for first, somebody for second, somebody for third. And that order can change. We can have Alice for first, Bob for second, Charlie for third. Then we can have Charlie for first, Bob for second, and Alice for third. So those are both options there. But we used to use this formula with factorials, n being the number of choices we have, k being the orders or the possible slots that we want to put them in. But now we're going to use our calculator. This saves us time on the ACT or other tests in this class. And we are going to walk you through that real fast. So first off, turn on your calculator. Well, that's step 1. Got our calculator turned on. And my brightness is a little bright. Second step is to type in the number of choices there are. So there are 8 choices here. We've got 8 people to select from. So that's going to be 8. So we just typed in the number 8. Let me see if I can make that a little clearer for you. Thank you. Then we hit 8. Then we're going to hit math. Math is under the alpha button. Okay? It's under the alpha button. We use it for fractions and decimals and stuff. So we're going to hit math. Okay? Third step is to scroll over or arrow over to the prob button. That's probability. That's P-R-O-B stands for probability. So all of these functions on this calculator deal with probability. Okay? You see the factorial button there. Permutations, NPR. That's going to be permutation button. It's not like the radio. So 8 is how many choices we have. R is how many slots we want to put them in. So we're going to put a 3 there. So this is 8 permutate 3. We hit enter. There's 336 ways out of these 8 choices to put them in groups of 3. Okay? Then we can go on and do another problem. So let's say we have, let's say we're playing pool and we have 16 pool balls. How many ways can we order 3 balls? Okay? So 16 pool balls, how many ways can we order the 3 balls? Without replacing, okay? So that would be, in our other formula, we would say P MK equals 16 factorial over 16 factorial, or 16 minus 3 factorial. Okay? So we're going to do this on the calculator. Now that we have our formula typed in, our fancy calculators, we can hit second enter. If you have the TI-83s, you're not going to be able to use that function. Okay? They don't have the copy function, just the 84s do. So we can go through and we can replace it. We can say 16 here, second insert 6, choose 3. So there are 336, or 3,360 ways to select 3 balls out of 16. Okay? Next, let's talk about combinations. Well, it's basically the same process as the permutations. But did you see the one that said NCR? So if we had, let me get your example here. Order doesn't matter here. So if we have 3 tin cans, we got 3 tin cans to give to 8 people. We got 3 tin cans to give to 8 people. We pick 8 people randomly. Well, our formula here would be combination NK equals N factorial divided by N minus K factorial times K factorial. Okay? So, from there, I've got lost. From there, we would plug in 8 over 8 factorial over 3, or 8 minus 3 factorial times 3 factorial. Okay, or on our calculators, we do the same steps as we did with the permutations, but now we're going to hit math, or we're going to hit 8 first, hit math, go back over to probs, for probability, go down to number 3, which is N choose R, and we're choosing 3. So there are 56 ways to give 3 cans to 8 people, okay? Another example would be picking a team of 3 people from a group of 10. So if we had 10 people in this class and we wanted to pick teams of 3. So we're gonna hit 10, so hit my second enter, copy it down, 10, choose 3. And that means there's 120 different ways you can do that. We pick teams of 3 out of 10 people. For a permutation, say we wanted to pick our class officers. We have 30 people in this class, so we're gonna hit 30, and we want president, vice president, and secretary. Well, that's 3 different offices, and there's different orders that people can get picked from. So we're gonna hit math, go back over to probability, go down to permutations, and we're gonna hit 3. So there's 24,360 different ways that we can pick our class officers out of this classroom. Okay? Another example would be choosing desserts from a menu. So say we have the option of getting a trio meal. So we can get 3 desserts out of a total of 10. So we would hit 10, because that's how many desserts are total. We can only pick 3, so we're gonna hit math, go over, combination, because it doesn't matter what order we pick the desserts in, we're getting 3. There's 120 ways to pick 3 desserts out of a menu of 10. But if we wanted to be more specific, and we wanted to list our favorite desserts out of a group of 10. So we're gonna list our desserts. So we're gonna say 10, this time we're gonna do permutate, okay? 3, and there are 720 ways to list 3 different desserts out of a group of 10, okay? Does that make any better understanding?